All right, guys, welcome in. So you guys know that we were basically taking a look at a Cardano trade last night, and what we're gonna do is basically here is go over the rest of what we were doing. So last night you see me take profit. So originally we put $14 into this trade, and then while it went up 200%, it got us up to $30, $40, almost literally 200%. We took the profits out, only leaving $7 in. So basically half our house money. Then once we had our little pullback, we reinserted the profits, keeping half of our original investment out, putting the rest back in, bring us up to a $22 investment for this last push. And as you can see here, while I'm talking, I want to close out some of my profits, but I'm letting it go down because of the video. It's just beating me to my punch. So we had 250% profits. I lost 50% here of that little movement there. But what we wanted to do here is when you see a pullback, right? I just wanted to show you guys this. Here's our 30-minute pullback. You see that red moon flashing right there? The 5-minute pullback was in effect here. And you guys know, anytime you get a 5-minute pullback, what do? 5-minute pullbacks, we always take out our profits at those times to basically protect us from these type of drops so that we can get these extra 50, 60% profits, right? So because of this, see how this is dropping? I'm going to show you how to close out of this position. It's very easy, right? So what you can do here is say, okay, man, you know what? If this continues to drop, I got to work quick here because we were moving. This is how you do your stop loss. 0, 5, 4, 5. We're going to put 3, 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that at that point, when that hits that, I want it to take out literally 75% of my Cardano. So when that does hit that mark, and I wanted to put this a lot higher, just I got caught up in the video, but I would have put it a lot higher and I would have sold out where we're more like 230% profit. And then what I would be doing with that percentage, right? Because I'm selling 75% of it. I'm leaving 25% in because I'm expecting it to continue to run because we have higher targets. What I would do there is that once I get my pullback and my 30-minute RSI resets and starts to head up, then out of that 75%, I would basically reestablish by putting in the 20, bringing this back up to $20, and then starting my trade from that point there with $20 at 100x pushing forward. And what that does for me is basically on the profit side, when you have a 42, we take that out, that's $20 plus the other 7. Now I have $27 right there. You see how it's sold there? So now the profits have been taken out. There's only $5 left. We're sitting here, our total wallet moved up right here. So now what we're going to do is as this starts to drop down and go back down, after it's hit its bottom, we're going to add the $15 back. What that's going to do is it's going to also give us more percentages because we're getting more Cardano cheaper, right? So that $15 would be more like a $20 investment into it. That's why you can keep profit out and then put money back in as you go to push, because that allows you to continue to like just house money. Now, theoretically, I don't need to put any more money back in this trade because we see we're having our pullback here and we're looking for this to continue on, but I have already $5 into that I left, right? So on this entire trade, I'm already up. So I can just leave that $5 in there and say, you know what, this market's really well, looks like it's running good. I'm gonna leave this into a trade that we consider more like a position trade where I just kind of stick it there and then I can wait for a selling point on Cardano that's a little bit, you know, where I have to sell. That would be something like Cardano doing let's take a look at the 2-hour, a 2-hour trend change to red. Then I would consider selling at that point, or a 2-hour RSI bending down, which it is right now. I would be looking to kind of like consolidate my entire movement on there. Or if I had a 4-hour RSI change, and it all looks like it's starting to slow down here, right? And it is the weekend, so this does look like right here, the 2-hour and the 4-hour are bending down. If they actually start looking north, then I probably would close my entire trade and then re-enter that $5 or $7 or whatever that extra money was later once everything reverses at a higher leverage to basically continue the short move up. But right now, guys, we are up on this. We put 14 in. We have successfully taken out $50. So at the end of the day, when you look at that, what is that, $25 profit on there. So we did what we had to do. We doubled our bag, right? 14, 14, 40. So we did a 200x on our bag. Most times all you were trying to do is just double your bag once. We were able to do it twice on this particular trade, so that's phenomenal. And like I said, I would, the rest of it's just house money, letting it play through. Now here we do have a 1 hour pullback as well. Looks like we're going to get a red moon. And what I might do here is actually take that $5 and play it as a short. So let's take that scenario. We're still moving around here. Let me look at the 30-minute before we get any rational moves here. The 1 hour RSI is bending down. It is heavily bending down here. And even if I stretch it out, it still looks like a solid move down. And then I move to my 2 hour. That's going sideways. So that's not in our favor of the long, and the 4 hours going sideways. So there's a lot of sell pressure here, guys. Now, what I'm going to look here is, it looks like there's some big people taking profits here. I look at my 30-minute. I have my 30-minute here. It has a little bit a ways to go. The bottom is at this level here. So there is still room for the 30-minute to go. Let me take a look at the 15. If it's at the top, it isn't. So the 15 is at the bottom, so which means we could still pull back. We have a 15-minute red, so this looks like we're going to get a greedy pullback here, right? So a greedy pullback means that we might run all the way back down to this 43 area, this buy zone area. So let's go ahead and switch this out. Let's stop thinking about it, and let's go do a reversal. Now you could close this out by flash close, then go into a short. But the cool thing about MEXC is I can instantly hit a reversal, which you guys just seen, and now I take my percents here, web capture, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the $5 that I have in there, and I'm going to allow it to basically reverse into a short. So my profits are now working for me in the opposite direction, right? In the opposite direction at 100x. Right, in the opposite direction. And guys, this video will be on YouTube and inside the Discord. So now I have the $5 working for me in this opposite direction, and I don't have to be too concerned about this trade because it's house money right there. So I'm gonna kind of let that ride out. And if it goes the opposite way and I have to close, then I'll be putting back in my original $14 if there is a good trade to have there. And then I'm going to reset that bag, right? So we started off trading $15 bags, right? Because I'm always talking about dividing your money up. So I started this trading account here with things. I put 60 bucks in because I wanted 4 $15 bags. Now my goal is to trade $15 bags until I have 4 times that. So I would need $120 to increase my bags to 30, and we were able to do that on one trade. So now we have $124 in the wallet, right? Which means now we can increase ourselves to a position of trading $30 bags because I have 4 $30 bags. I want to have 2 bags that I can trade 2 trades at a time in case I'm getting into long positions, and then a third bag to basically, in case there's a pump trade that I have to get in right away, take advantage of, a 2-hour moon, a 4-hour moon, while I'm in 2 other trades. And then I have a fourth bag that is basically a bag that I'm going to use if any mistakes are made. It replaces the mistake that I made, so that way I can continue forward. And out of those 3 other bags, I can have 1 bag completely get destroyed. My other 3 bags, if they make their little 30 to 40% gains over the next 5 trades, those should replace the bag that I lost. And then over the following 5 trades should then get me back in a position where we should be up to $240 over the next 10 trades. So maybe about 3 to 4 days. And that'll get us over to the moment where then I can increase to $60 trades and repeat the same process, guys. And this is how we make that move. Now, I want to show you here the reversal that we had, right? I'm not too concerned. We're kind of at a 12%, 8% thing. There's always going to be a bounce while this thing fights down. The reason why I went into the reversal of the short is just because we have a continuation here. Now, if I look at the 5-minute, it's at the bottom, and it's kind of bouncing up here, so there's going to be a little bit of a fight here. But I expect when I look at this short on the 5-minute, which is the least amount it should fall, right? The least amount. We just had a break of structure, right? Change of character right here. Change of character. which means it broke below its original character. And guys, this is the algo smart money concepts. I'll make a video with these new add-on indicators that you can use, and this will help you guys find break of structure, change of character, to kind of give you an idea when you see these things pop up, you can see what's coming. And right here we had some, you know, we broke market structure, and then they literally had their profit here. Now it was a high percentage of 60% that we would go into a scenario where we would touch our profits, but as you can see, you can't really predict the market all the time, but you just have to be ready to make the decisions. Now here we had a change of character where we finally broke below our support line, which is this area here, and that's why we're taking this short, because now we also broke structure. That means we're probably going to continue here because they're going to people are going to take profits. So for me, the key to making this decision to go the other direction is how far away is the 200 moving average from my current price, right? If it's more than 1%, which it is right there, then I can see us touching the 200% moving average on the 5-minute and moving back up. So to me, that's kind of like a key saying, we probably have a 5% move, a 1.5% move. If I get half of that, that would be, I'm doing 100x, so 1% would be 100%. But this could be a 50% move on that $5, and then I can reverse and get back into a positive position with more chips in my pocket for free. Now the other side of this is if it becomes a real short and it goes all the way back into its buy zone, which is the next basically break of structure, which is this area right here, and we have a fair market gap, which is right here, then I can say, all right, so let's say we go back to the fair market gap area, right? Let's say we got that. The fair market gap value is going to put me at that 0.5% area. That has to touch, but more than likely it's going to be in this little buy zone area here. So if that happens and we start to really get a short here, we might get a pullback that takes us all the way down to here, which is a 1.5%. So that looks really good. But if it gets really serious and it decides to dump on us completely and really reset itself to this fair market gap, I mean, that's a 2.5% gain. So that's the position that we play. Plus I'm looking, the key to this, guys, right? After I analyze all this, the key to this entire thing, guys, the key to this entire thing that's happening, RSI is cold. That's right. That's right. So the key to all this, when it really takes a look here, is the fact that when we really look at this, right, we have no volume. Not only is the RSI cold, right? So who said that? Bread True. What up, Bread True? Bread True on TikTok's talking about the RSI is cold, which it is, right? That's very key. And paying attention to your relative strength index is a huge thing that you just have to do. You can't really like short yourself on the relative strength index. So the fact that he's paying attention to that, right, is very huge in this scenario. The second thing you have to look for is where's the volume. A lot of times I don't worry about pullbacks if the volume is high or green, because then I know it's going to be kind of like a 50-50. They're going to fight each other. But because of this particular 15-minute orange candle here, I'm going to basically say that the volume is disappearing rather quickly here, which will cause some type of panic. And this could literally go from this change of, see how this change of structure is happening here on the 15-minute? You guys see this change of structure right here? Here's a change of structure right here, guys. Hit the like button, guys. We gotta get this live up, man. I mean, I like talking to people. We gotta get 10,000 likes up in here, guys. Come on, get them likes. Likes. Right? I got other shit to do today, man. So if I'm gonna spend a little time here, let's go. Get them likes up, man. Let's get some people in this. Let's get some information. Like, make it worthy. Right? So here we have a change of structure right here, guys. Now, if this change of structure breaks and we have a break of structure, which is coming up in this little zone here, then we're going to go down into this meaty part here. This is the buy zone, right? So this right here is another algo scenario. I'm gonna do a video for you guys. These are all indicators, and this is how we can use them. This is your buy area. So this section here is a buy area right here. This highlighted blue area, but this gray area is the meaty part of where their fair value gap and where the money in the blocks are. So this should be the area that we go back to. So our target is going to be in that area. So when I look at this, I say, okay, let me get to the bottom of this particular area and where we're at now and see if I have any percentages here. I have a 1.3% move here. So I'm going to take the risk and jump in here, because when I then go back and I look at everything else that's happening, the 1 hour is coming down. I could get a 1 hour red moon. The 2 hour RSI is starting to bend down. It's starting to cool off. This needs time to rest. So during this rest period, we could probably snag some decent amounts here, but it's starting to get a little rest, which is okay. And as you can see in the other parts here, if you go back, if you need like visuals, here's where the RSI pushed up, needed some rest, then it pushed up again right here. Then it got some more rest, but the price stayed level. And then after it got that rest right here, that's where we had that nice pump. You see that nice pump? Here we go, pull back, nice little pullback, push, not a bad push, little bit of a pullback, right? Now we're starting to, you know, work our way, but this is huge volume here, guys. So you're not going to probably get the full fallbacks that we want, but you never know. So what you want to do is play the game, and as you can see right here, playing the game, we have got ourselves a 32% gain, right? So here, take a look there. 32% gain right here, guys. 32% gain, right? Let me click that for, actually, let me just click that shit for you. Make life easy. All right, there we go. So we got an extra 26% on our money on the way down, right? So we're gaining money that we're going to put back into the long, right? So we're trying to get this $5 up to $10, and then we won't have to really insert too much more into the next leg as we push forward. But that's where we're at right now. So that's kind of where we're playing the game. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how, you know, diamond hands, paper hands, you don't know how they're going to play out. But these relative strength index needs to reset. So if this resets all the way down here and this price stays in this pocket, this buy zone, we're going to have another huge push, which is what we expect to happen because we are shooting for 51 cents. Don't forget, guys, the targets are 51 and 61 cents over the next week. So this is a normal pullback. The most important thing is there's so much volume here. I'm not too worried about this RSI cooling off. Hey, Mind Plat. Never trust who uses indicators. Yo, Mind, anytime you want to trade against me, bro, I am open for you to trade against me and put money up. If you would like to, you know, show us how to trade since you're so good, why don't you explain it to me? Guys, don't listen to people who say don't use indicators. That's like a moron talking, right? That's like someone like, yo, listen, don't use really good running shoes. Just run barefoot, bro. Don't trust people that use running shoes, bro. Dude. You sound ridiculous, dude. Dude, you trade Forex, you probably get wrecked, bro. He's like, listen, you want to use, you know, liquidity. And you want to, you know, just look it for the fair market gaps. And then once you get a break of structure, you know, a change of character, then you're going to, you know, you get your liquidity sweep. And then you go in, you know, and then you get wrecked 5 out of 7 times. But that 2 times you win, man, that's what we celebrate, bro. That's how we celebrate, dog. You know, we don't ever really make money because 95% of Forex traders get wrecked. But, you know, we don't use indicators, bro. That's for winners. All right, CFX. Let's go in here, man. So we're going to let this pull back here, guys. And so far with the indicators, we're up 24%. Pretty easy money there. How you doing over in Forex, man? How's Forex doing, bro? All right, let's go over. Let's go see that. Guys, use the indicators. These indicators are getting better all the time. We research all the indicators. And a lot of times these indicate, like, look at this indicator, bro. Come on, Mind Plat. Look at this. You know this. So me teaching someone basically equal highs, right? Here's some equal highs, right? Most people aren't paying attention to equal highs. Most people don't know when there's a break of market structure, right? Most people don't know, you're like, here you go, break a structure, right? Equal highs. Most people don't know how to chart this out. Look at all these things, like look at all these charts, right? They don't even have to do it. They can use one indicator and never spend 2 hours tracking break a structure, break of, you know, it's just so crazy, right? And they can put one indicator on and it does it all for them. So now when they open up their chart, it's all done. Not only that, look at this indicator. It gives you an entire area of liquidity And inside here, you can put fair market gaps in here. People don't even have to understand. You don't have to do any of this. That's why the indicators are so amazing, right? Because you don't have to go out and learn all these extras. You can just literally, have indicators that do all this stuff for you, and then you can start learning strategies on how to trade on breaking market structures or change of characters. But the most important thing, guys, is just volume. So we're going to move through that really quick. What I was saying on here before I close out of Cardano. So we're going to use Cardano, and we're going to grab some percentages here. We're going to watch it a little bit, but we are picking up a little bit of percents here. We just want to protect our money. Nothing too big. That just kind of lets us be in a situation if it does crack down on us. But I don't expect, like I said, like in the other video when we did the pullbacks, I don't expect too much pullbacks even with the RSIs resetting, because I feel like there's so much volume here that the resets aren't going to be that much anyways, right? So this is why when you guys do multiple, this is what I want to kind of cover. When you guys do like multiple trades, right, where you go in and out and in and out, you have to realize that it costs you, let's just say 30% of the money that you have, right? So if you put $14 in and it goes up to $60, and then you trade and you do a reversal into a short position, right? Because you're like, yo, I'm going to take all my profits and I'm going to do a reversal. Yeah, right? That is now gone from 30% on $14, which is $5 for the trade. You've now done it on a $60 trade, which now costs you $15, right? So you get into a trade, it doesn't pull back as much as you thought, and then you reverse to a long, which costs you another $15. And then you look down and go, damn, man, I did not make any money. It's because you paid $45 to do the trades and you had $60 in profit. So you're back to the $15, you're back to the $15 that you started with, right? So don't overtrade, man. That's what I wanted to say here. I wanted to show you here, like when you get in these reversals, right? These reversals here, the only thing that makes this reversal interesting or to wanting to get into it is that all your RSIs are bending. Yeah. The key that I wanted to show you here, because I wanted to get into the reversal, right? One thing was to show you how to do a quick reversal. The second thing is to basically explain to you that the volume is too high for the reversal, right? So this is a trade that you probably just want to avoid, right? Because since I already took out my profits, I protected myself from the drop, because all the volume and everything else just says that the RSIs need to come down, reset, and then go back on its run. So all I really needed to do is what I did originally, which was sell off my profits, leave $5 in there, and then go into adding more, buying more, cost average buying into my long once the RSIs reset, so that I could have more money in at a lower price, giving me more Cardano coins. So when they go up, I have more money, right? Now here, it didn't really hurt me to do the reversal because I've already taken out the $60 of profit, which means I've only got $5. So 30% of $5 is literally, at the end of the day, what is that? $1, right? So instead of me paying $15 for the trade, I paid $1 to see what the reversal would give me, and then when I reverse it back, it's going to be, what's 30% on there? So 30 cents times 5, $1.50. So it's $1.50 for the trade, and then when I reverse this back to a long, it's going to be another $1.50. But those are low amounts, right? Those are very low amounts for me to test that out. Now, if this happens to fall down and give me $5 to $10, and then I do the reversal and it costs me $4 in there, and I pick up an extra couple bucks on the side, you see what I'm saying? It's all about how much is the trade worth, right? Sometimes it's better not to make the trade and just stay with what the trade you're doing and just cost average buy back into the trade, right? So that's where the concept of understanding volume and the indicators are huge, man. Can I go exit now? I wouldn't exit Cardano because we're looking for that higher range. This is a ton of volume on Cardano. I expect Cardano to get to 51 cents. So I'm going to stay on that mission. But I just wanted to show you guys the mistakes that you make, because a lot of times if I'm always talking about doing shit right, I feel like I don't go through scenarios or the mind or how you think, and then you don't understand what I'm saying. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just going to go through the process of how you guys think and then explain to you why there's no money, right? Because once you make these multiple trades, you paid for the trades and you have no money, right? That's the problem. So for me, let's take a look here. We're averaging 15, as I want to explain to you right? This trade is, we'll just say $6, right? So let's say 20% of this trade, let's just say 30% of this trade, right? 30% of this trade, 30 cents on every dollar, right? This is going to be $1.50 on this trade, okay? Which means the trade has to, right? It has to make, it literally has to make 25% movement right here, 25% for this trade to be validated for the cost of the trade, right? So that's what you always want to say to your head, right? That I need the trade to do 20% to pay for the trade, right? Just think to yourself, I need the trade to move 20%. That's the cost of the trade. Everything else is profit. So for here, I have 100x. If this moves 1% down and I get my 50% to 100% profits, then it's worth it, because then I'm making 80% on my profit, right? But if I'm in a situation where, you know, it's not that much of a gain, if it's not 1.5% or more possibility, it's not worth the risk of making the trade, because the cost of making the trade. That's the problem, right? So we're going to see how this pans out, and we'll go back and take a look. So far right now, let's take a look at the wallet right here. So the wallet we're sitting at 124, right? 124 right there. So 124 with the trade, with everything going on there. And so far above that, we have our wallet going to 125. So we're slowly rising on here. And here we go. This is what we were looking for. So right here, I need the 20% to cover the cost. So here's my $1.50. That's the cost of me doing this trade. So now, as it continues to go, I can start making, you know, a couple bucks on here that I'll be able to reverse, which will simply just cover the cost of doing the next trade. But I want you guys to watch the wallet balances so that you can understand where your money's going when you're doing so many trades, instead of just finding the trade that we're in and cost average, or selling out and then buying, putting profits, small profits back in, and cost average buying back up, so that way you can continue to double the money on the same move as you move forward, right? Over here, that's what we're looking for. That's the whole thing. So let's go ahead and take a peek here. I'm gonna write this down real quick so we can kind of like double back on what we had. I don't want to go back through the videos, but let's take a look. So we have 124.62, and we have 588 inside the trade. All right, 589 in the trade. We have 124.62, and we have 118.75 as our available margin. We'll come back to this a little bit later, and we'll double check what happened in this trade so that we can see where our money goes, right? Because I think being more educated on what it costs to do a trade and how it sets yourself up will help you understand where your money goes. You're trading and paying the places that you trade more money than you're making, and that's why you're not making money when you trade, right? It's not the trades that aren't making money, it's that you're over trading and you're costing yourself money. Now, the reason why I took this short is because, one, I already took all my profits and I'm using house money. Secondly, all my RSIs need to be reset and they're tired. So the odds of this actually doing a 1% move is very, very high. And the possibility of this doing a huge move down to here is also high, because it's also Saturday and we could have an entire pullback for 2 to 3%. Which is where I could get 100 or 200% gains on my $5, which are $6, which would take me back to my $14 to $15 bag that I originally started with, and then everything else that I took out, the $45, the $15, the $60 is literally full profit, right? And then I have my original 14 and I'm off and running with the free bag again. That's why I'm doing this, and because all the RSIs say that I can take this risk. It's a risk versus reward, and the risk could pay off here where I could end up getting a Sunday move where I could end up down in this area here, and this could be a 6% drop, right? You know, but the way I'm looking at it is, on this particular move here, I expected, if it does come down, would probably be to the break of structure right there, because that's the support zone. And when you take the break of structure in consideration, this particular move is only 2%. Once again, that's a 200% gain on my $5, which means I double my money, and then I'm going to reverse that into a long, which is pretty much giving me my original amount of money back into the profit, and I'm walking away with profit, guys. So that's the understanding of how you should be thinking about your trades, and not making multiple trades without having your RSIs all going in the same direction, right? Using the concept of trading with all the momentum is how you make money. Do not make trades unless they have huge probability, right? Huge probability of happening. Meaning all your relative strength index, right? The relative strength index that I'm looking for is very simple. I need a 2 hour. It is bending down. Perfect. I go to my 1 hour. It is overbought. Perfect. I go to my 30 minute. It is also all the way at the bottom. Perfect. And we got a red moon and a red trend. Perfect. I go to my 15 minute. Woof, red moon, red trend. Perfect. Looks good. Then I say, man, how good is this going to get? I go to my 3 hour. Starting to bend. Perfect. I go to my 4 hour. Starting to bend down. Man, this is probably going to be a half decent short, even though I have all this volume. Now, if I didn't have any of this volume, this would be a 2, 4, 6, be a huge short, and I would put more money into this short because I would have more opportunity of winning. But because I have so much volume, I have to respect the volume. I'm just going to play it the way I'm playing, and then if I lose volume and I get an orange here, or this continues to go red, then I will increase my cost average buying into this short, right? So if this moon here, the 2 hour moon, becomes red, I will basically play the trades. What are the trades? Go to your academy, right? What are the trades that we do? We do 1 hour moons, 2 hour moons, 4 hour moons, right? If we get a 1 hour red moon here, then I will increase my short, because it's going to seem that I'm looking at a more dominant short, because we're not bouncing, meaning that people are starting to get paper hands, which could end up bringing it all the way down here to this, you know, retesting of 42, which, you know, you never know, right? Nothing goes up forever. And the one thing about crypto is you have to understand is that you're not buying a stock, okay? You're not buying a stock, meaning that this isn't a company selling products. This isn't a company bringing in revenue. This isn't a company, you know, producing profit and loss. This is a coin. And the only thing that gives this coin value is the people who bought it. And once they made their profits, they sell it. And if they think that the profits has hit the top and they see other people selling, then people follow the leader because they're gutless. Because if everyone knew how to trade, we would all make millions of dollars, because we would follow Fibonacci's, we would follow the proper trading protocols. But there's a shitload of 18-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 25-year-olds who've never traded a day in their fucking life, and they sell too fucking early because they have paper hands, and they change the entire structure of the volumes, they change how it moves, and they say, man, I don't get it. You're the problem. So you have to adapt to all these random traders that are coming in, and figuring out when they have paper hands, when they have sentiment, when they have feelings, when they get scared, when they have a birthday party, when they need to take profits, when they got to pay a bill. I mean, not to mention, you then have all the bots who are literally coming in trading against AI bots that trade against the sentiment, and basically feel out people. When they start seeing order books, they start dumping too, because they realize that people are getting scared. Now you have that, and then you also have where they're basically market makers who trade with and against the people's movement, because they're trying to basically make you feel like you don't know what you're doing, and they move the markets around, and then you're like, you know what, it's going down, and then everyone goes short, and then they pump the shit out of it and liquidate $700 million, and you're like, damn, this thing's gonna explode, and you put all your money for long, and then they liquidate another $500 million because you try to make back the other money that you lost, and they double down on your ass, and then you're like, this shit sucks, VC, and you run off, right? That's what happens, right? That's what's up. All right, what RSI indicator do you have? I just use the relative strength index. It's the stochastic RSI. Very simple. That's the one I like. That's the one I use. Keeps it very simple. So right now, guys, we are cranking here. We've got our 40%, right? Which means 20% is going for the cost of the trade. So I'm up 20% on my entry, right? So I'm up 20% on my entry. We're doing pretty good here, guys. It's starting to increase. So right here we have our original, and we have an extra couple bucks here to trade, guys. Yo, XRP Mills, what's up, man? Guys, share the live, guys. Let's go. Hit the like button, guys. You're getting all this free alpha, teaching you all this shit. You got to learn how to man the fuck up. Start having emotions and trade the way you're supposed to trade. This shit ain't hard, right? A lot of volume here, a lot of stuff here. If this 1 hour rejects off of the red moon and starts to push back up, that means that the market isn't done and it doesn't give a shit what retail investors or paper hands think. They're going to buy the dip, eat it up, and basically make you believe that you are weak and that you are terrible for getting out early. And you're going to dump in twice as much because, man, shit's on fire. And they're going to push up one more time and then dump the shit out of you, right? This is a game. This is chess. You guys are just checker players, right? Some of you guys aren't even checker players, and that's the problem. So this is why using indicators, taking the emotion out of trading is very simple. You just follow what the indicators are doing because they're following what all the other uneducated traders are doing, and it allows you an upper hand to basically be in a better position than them, right? And that's all I'm doing here. I'm just following the momentum of this trade, and as the momentum continues to pick up, I can increase, right? So for instance, I can go to my 30-minute and I go, what's the 30-minute doing? Man, the 30-minute has a red moon, but the RSI is already at the bottom, right? Which means I needed to bounce up a little, give a little room, and then come back down. Now, the 30-minute doesn't have to do that because it's a higher time frame, but to see if the pressure is going to happen, that's when I go to the 15-minute and I look at that RSI, because that RSI should have some type of small movement up and then come down to continue the fall, right? So that is going flat there, meaning that, you know, it's starting to build momentum. Then I go to the 5-minute and I say, well, man, what's really going on? And now that I look at the 5-minute, try to recover. The 5-minute can't even recover, right? Look at this, 5-minute can't even recover, and it's starting to push down again, meaning that we have a lot of sales pressure here. So we're in a position where this might actually become a very serious short here and give us a huge opportunity to buy a very good premium price on the way back up on this move for Cardano. So things are getting very interesting here. Like I said, what did I say? I said, check out the 5 minutes. I expect it to at least touch the 5-minute 200 moving average, which is right here, right? And that's right in that buy zone right there. That's a buy zone. This is a buy zone right here, right? So if you guys look here, I'm going to show you these indicators in the Discord. But right here, this would be a buy zone for Cardano on this pullback. This is a buy zone. You see how it's fighting here? This is a premium buy zone, right? This is a solid buy zone. This is the greedy buy zone right here. This is where we want to go right here. This is what we're trying to do. This is that moment. We want to get, this is like super. This is liquidity. This is liquidity grab right here. See this fair gap value right here? There's a fair gap right here. Boom, there it is. And a lot of times fair gaps have to be filled. This fair gap liquidity grab didn't hit that gap right there, but it continued on anyways, right? That's why when you say, yo, people are setting their buys at liquidity or fair market gaps right here, fair gaps, and sometimes they don't hit and they run and they're like, damn, I missed it. Well, you know, it does always kind of circulate back, right? So there are possibilities that it does come back here and retouches. So this is a possibility that this could come down here and retouch in this fair gap area about 44.38, and that's really what's happening as you move forward, right? Everything that goes up in crypto has to come down because, like I said, it's not stocks, it's not anything else. It's just basically, there you go, right there, guys. So right here, you see we have our short going in, but right here, this is a buy area right here, guys. This is a buy area right here. Okay, now it's falling through this buy area, right? And a lot of people, if you're looking at this, a lot of times people make the mistake where they will buy too early. So for instance, you come down, you see this little area here, and people say, hey, this is a buy zone right here, right? So they'll set their buys or limit buys in this area, and you can see right here, right, the break of structure, you can see right here that they tapped here, and then people had limit buys, and that's where you see that jump. You see that jump? Here's a jump right here to here. That's what people were doing, man. Okay? All the indicators that, guys, if you want to learn how to trade and use the indicators properly, you need to get into the academy, guys. Like, jump in the Discord, find out about the academy. This is all that we're talking about. Which crypto? We are talking about Cardano right now, guys. Right here. Top right corner, guys. You can always see the trade. We're using ADA USDT. This is the trade that we're in. This is a buy zone right here. And this is a simple indicators that we have set up. We show you how to use them, settings that you need. Yeah, the smart market. Yes, smart. So this is, you have a couple different things in here, guys. So this is some algo indicators in here that can show you simple areas that you can find for, they're just like using Fibonacci's, guys. I mean, but a lot of people have trouble using Fibonacci's. This will give you a little more indicators here on where to get in. But here's a buy zone that a lot of retail investors will buy, right? And this is what I'm always talking about, be greedy. So a lot of times people put their buys in here and you can see that little pump that happened, but the market was continuing to drop down. Right? So here's the push up and then here's the drop down, right? Now, see this pops up right here? This is going to continue down. We're going to at least hit the 5 minute. Now, these are just confirmations. So when I look at this and I see this little area here, it doesn't concern me because that's kind of like a rookie buy, right? That's a rookie buy zone right there, guys. They go in here and now see that we just got our break of structure. You see that popped in, break of structure. Now that means we're going to have another continuation. And right here, you guys can see that we just created a fair market gap. Look at this. So look at this fair market gap right there. You see this gap right here? That's a fair market gap, right? So when you're in the academy, guys, this is when you join the trading academy. If you guys want to learn how to trade and actually be profitable, right? We show you. Now this fair market value right here, what that tells me is we're going to eventually come back and try to retest this, right? So we could jump back up, retest it, and continue down, or fill it and continue up. So there's two trades that are coming here. But I already told you guys that I wouldn't buy. No, bro. I wouldn't buy right now, bro. I wouldn't buy right now. I'd be looking for this to, you know, first of all, okay, so what is crypto? First of all, what is crypto, guys? Always remember that the very first thing before you buy anything is you need the relative strength index, right? You guys know what the relative strength index is? The stochastic relative strength index? Right, at least on the relative strength index, you want to be trading, guys, based on the relative strength index. You want to be trading where the RSIs are all reset and they're starting to go in your direction, right? Currently, right now, they're not in your direction. You can see the 5 minute coming down. It's starting to, you know, reset here. So it's fighting its fall. And as we go along, we're looking at the 15 minute. Notice the 15 minutes completely flat. Right, the RSI, yeah. So you got some flatness here. The 30 minutes completely flat. So it's going to look for recovery here sometime, right? All right. Now it's going to have a little bit of recovery here and there. But the problem is that when we're looking at this, the problem is the higher time frames. Our 1 hour is still coming down, right? So we can't really look into a long position here until the moon recovers, right? You see our moon? This indicator right here is our red moon. We're losing volume here, right? So not only is our RSI going down, but we're losing volume as well. Now, if the RSI is resetting and the volume is going up, then you know you have a divergence, right? The volume is going up, your relative strength index is going down. Crypto Christie, all right, what it means to reset your RSI, your relative strength index, right? Okay, you see this? Okay, you guys know what a relative strength index, right? You guys know what that is? So when you go to your indicators, guys, when you use TradingView, go to your indicators, right? You're going to type in RSI, okay? right here, you have a stochastic RSI right here. You guys see that? See this right here? These are RSIs, right? Now they have, a lot of people use the Connors RSI. I like the stochastic RSI, right? That's one of my favorites, right there, stochastic RSI. Crypto Christine, do you know what the you know what that is? You know what the RSI is? Okay, so that's when a reset of that is basically, we're starting to flash here. This might get really serious here. So let me take a look at my profits here. One second here. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going, when these RSIs reset, I'm probably going to add to this. So we're not doing too bad so far. We're at 41% on our short so far. That's what we want to see. We're getting where we want to go. So let's look at the chart. So the resetting of the RSI is this, right? So right here, you guys see the RSI hit the top, right? This top line is normally what we call, it normally comes at about 100, right? There's a level here across the top. This is a 100 line right here. This is a 100 line right here. Normally when it comes across the 100 line, it starts to be overbought and they have to come back down, meaning that there has to be less buying and slightly more selling, and it starts to come down. And then when it comes back down to its bottom right here, it starts to reverse back up. And then when it starts to break, yeah, your momentum indicator. And when this starts to break above your 20 line right here, this is a this is like a 7, this is like a 20 line. This line right here, the first time, that's the meat. Once it breaks above the 20 line, then you're considered basically moving in the north direction. So that's a reset. It resets and heads north, right? You want the 1 hour to be in a situation where your indicators are moving in the same direction. So here's a quick pro tip for you, right? The pro tip is that you want your 30-minute RSI to be basically moving and have room to move with the 1 hour RSI, which is right here, right? And you also want the higher time frames to be in the same situation. See the 2 hour, see how it's overbought? It's starting to bend down. You see how that's bending down? So now we have a 1 hour bending down. The 2 hour is chasing it. The 3 hour is starting to bend. And the 4 hour is chasing the 2 hour. So let's repeat that. What up, Diabeto? So we have a 1 hour, we have a 2 hour, and we have a 4 hour chasing the RSI down. Okay? Relative strength index, we're all pulling back right now, right? You see that? Now, to get into the short or to a good short, you would go to the lower time frames, which is like the 15-minute, to see where that's at. So right now, this short had already happened. Yo, what up, baby? Alpha, baby. This is alpha, baby. This is big time shit. Guys, if you want to learn how to be a winning, profitable trader consistently, right? Consistently, right? I'm talking about double. How would you like to double your trading bags, right? Every 5 days. Every 5 days, you will double your trading bags, right? How would you like to do that? So if you trade a $100 bag, every 5 days, you will make that 100 into another 100. If you trade $1,000, you'll make it into 1,000, right? It all depends on your bags, guys, but this is how you do it, right? So right now, because my relative strength index is at the bottom, I can't add to this short because I'm already, my relative strength index on the short, right? Stop lying, bro. I'm not lying, bro. I show you live every day. Come on, man. I just showed you how, bro. I just doubled the bag today. What are you talking about, crypto? I just doubled the bag today. What do you think I just did, man? I got on this morning, I gave you a trade, and I doubled the bag. Are you not paying attention? Come on, man. I just doubled the bag today. So right here, we can't continue into this short because we're already on the relative index. I know, guys. I know what is like. I'm messing with you, bro. So right now, because this short is looking juicy, I can't enter this short because my relative strength index on my 15 minute is already oversold. So I need it to come up and give me some space and then basically get into the short if it's still available once the RSI. So if I'm going long, I want the relative strength index on the bottom and I want it to go up to give me momentum. If it's already at the bottom and I'm going short, which I am, I need it to go up and then give me more move down, right? So that's kind of what we look at. The entry would be once the 30 minute, the 15 minute are all in your direction, you go to the 5 minute right here, and then the 5 minute would be your entry, right? So just like how we are setting here, okay, so we have a couple of things that we have. One thing is that we wanted to shoot for the 200 moving average on the 5 minute, right? So right here you can see that we didn't quite get there, and it's showing huge strength, and we're starting to see the 5 minute start to push up, right? Which means that we could start looking for longs in this position as long as everything else looks good. And what I mean by that is go to your 3 minute, you're pushing up. I don't have a green moon yet, right? So you see there, I can't really go into, I can't close my short position. I'm not going to close the short position because I don't have a full reversal on the green moon, right? I need at least a green moon on the 3 minute to consider reversing, because this could just be a push where there's limit buys out there, guys. There's a bunch of people out there that have set limit buys, and we're triggering their limits right now. We're doing liquidity sweeps right now. We're sweeping liquidity, and we're picking up all these buys and all these people that are going against the grain, and they're just kind of like triggering orders right now, guys. They're just triggering orders. So right now, we are breaking below, but we don't have a green moon, right? You see this indicator? There's no moon here, right? There's no circle here to show us that we're going up fully. So I can't close the short here. I'm going to hold my short and continue here. But I do have the relative strength index going up. And if once this touches and starts to come back down, that's going to give us more momentum towards the downside. So until we have a reversal here, we want our relative strength index to go up and then come back down and give us more, kind of like a hammer. We want the relative strength index to keep beating the price down without having the volume change direction, right? That's the key. Without having the volume change direction, guys. That's what the key is. Okay, you see? Continued short. We got rejected here. This is a 3 minute 200 RSI. So it looks like we're going to continue down into this little buy zone here. This is the next buy zone right here. So we're looking for this 44.83 mark, which it looks like we're going to keep pushing here. Another reason that, you know, we have a strong short is, as like I said, the relative strength indexes are basically on the higher time frames are falling with us. Look at the 15-minute volume. Look at this. No volume. There's no volume here, guys. This Cardano's going to take a shit here. Yeah, this is Cardano, guys. So there is no volume here. So it looks like we're going to have our full pullback, right? So let me slide over here, and I'm going to go to the Discord, and I'm basically, let's see here. All right. So so guys, if you want, so the nuggets are, I just share a lot of information with the Discord. All these videos are for educational purpose. I throw them inside the Discord. They go with all the guys that are literally like, if you're in the academy, it's the best $500, $1,000 you ever put in. We work with you to make sure that you get all your money back and more. And more importantly, we kind of like do personal coaching, and we beat you up until you learn how to like stop making stupid trades, right? Everyone out there wants to teach you, winning trades, right? But what they don't explain to you is that, there are losing trades, right? The secret to winning, growing your portfolio is very simple. Stop over trading, start doing more high percentage trades, right? And then take your profits, right? Those are the keys to trading, right? Don't over trade, trade better trades, and take profits, right? That's the whole key to like literally everything. So right now we have a trade that we were rocking and rolling, and we were doing Ethereum, and we were taking Ethereum up to 100,000. Go watch the videos. I posted a video about ETH. We're trying to take ETH to a mil. So here, if you go to TikTok, right? There you go. Go to TikTok. We'll watch the video. Let me see which one this is. Here, this one right here.
This is why I'm gonna keep it simple.
Let me slide over here. Margin King. So let me go to Margin King, and you can see the videos right here. Now this is a video on Ethereum. So this is our trade right here.
Guys,
that it's possible in crypto to do a 100x on your favorite coins. And if you do that 10 times, you can actually get to a million. Like for instance, here's Ethereum with a leverage position of 100x. $11,000, a little bit over 11,000 invested. So if you're a hodler and you have 11,000 in Ethereum or 50,000 in Ethereum or whatever, you could have taken a chunk here, right? And you wouldn't use 100x leverage, right? You use more like 20x leverage, right? Because you're going to hold it for a longer position to gain what you need. Now this is up 900%. Obviously, if you were doing 10% of that, then you would be up 90%, but you're supposed to use a 20x leverage, so you would be up 180%, which is 200%. So that means the $10,000 that you put in would be $30,000 right here. Okay? This is called margin in futures trading. But you have to do it in a way that you understand. And let me show you how we do it with our indicators in the academy. Very simple to do. So when we slide over here to the academy, pull up the basic indicators. Nothing special. All we gotta do is check out Ethereum. Right, this is very simple. We're gonna put ETH. Make sure you put. So that we actually got that Ethereum up to 100,000. Yeah, no. The market cap is very important, guys. The market cap is very important. That's where we're watching, right? A lot of times, so there's so much in that we have into these little trades that we're trying to build here. But yeah, market cap is massive for us on what we're trying to do here. Let me see here. We're gonna post this up here. We got 28%. All right, we're gonna keep moving. It's starting to bounce a little bit. I need to probably start thinking about taking profit here just to protect my original entry, because that's the cost of doing business right there. All right, so yeah, the market cap is king. So and now that you actually mentioned that, let me go check out the market cap. So guys, if you're serious, man, thanks for the follow, guys. Lord Serious. Yo, Lord Serious. If you're serious, Lord. If you're serious, Lord, you want to get into, the academy, guys. If you're going to waste, guys come in here and they're like, yo, I'm going to join. I'm going to do this. I want to learn how to trade. And then they literally never join. And 2 weeks later, they're like, yo, VC, I just lost $7,000. And I'm like, whoa, are you in the academy? And they're like, nah, we're not in the academy. And I'm like, okay. So then you know, they keep going and they lose more money, and they're like, finally, after losing $10,000-$15,000, they're like, yo, listen, I'm going to join the academy for $1,000. Then after they join, they end up making thousands of dollars, and they're like, you know, and I feel terrible because, you know, when they tell me like, yo, VC, I made $5,000, and I say, shit, imagine if you would have joined before you lost $12,000, you would have made $24,000. Man, you have to stop wasting time. This market cap is going up, guys. We're still moving up. This is a very, guys, we've never been here before. We've never been in this weird situation before, guys. Never been in this weird situation. You know, there's just too much. All right, the derivative market's in there. We got money in the derivative market. We got all types of shit going on, guys. This could keep going, man, to be honest with you. But we always have to be wary of the market cap. We always have to be wary of the, you know, the manipulation, and, you know, it's crypto, right? This is a new space. There's not that much money. Market space is very low. You have to be really on top of your game. All right. So, as we start to see here, man, moving through everything that we're doing here, we got to kind of like realize the fact is that we could be, personally, we're at the bottom of the market, right? Now the super bottom of the market, 16,000 for Bitcoin. The foundation, or the floor, right? The floor is about $22,000, $24,000, right? I don't use, so guys, what we use is this right here, guys. So make sure you check out the video, guys. We use BEXC, guys. So this is what we use. If you guys want extra, the cheapest, I'm talking about the cheapest rates, airdrops, free money, like all types of stuff, guys. I mean, literally tons of stuff. We get all types of stuff. Bro, trading is not easy. How can you find results? Bro, you have... So trading is easy, bro. Trading is easy. What's not easy is your emotions and your understandings to, like, you know, how to trade, right? And it's okay, man. Everybody's like that. But this is what we use right here, guys. So if you want to, you know, have lower fees, get more stuff, this is what we use right here. That's the referral code that we use. Take a screenshot of that. This is what we use right here, guys. This is the entire thing that we, you know, use. That's the referral code. Take a screenshot. So the floor, right? So we have two different things, right? So basically you have a bottom, right? A bottom is where if everything sold and the only thing that was left was the amount of money that has to be in there, that just exists permanently, right? So for instance, there is 5% of, okay, so I don't know if you got, how much, okay, so think of it like this, right? Bitcoin has 21 million coins, okay? Actively, 60% of Bitcoin, yeah, you can use it. I'm in the US, bro. I'm in the US. Guys, when you sign up for this, guys, when you sign up here, use an email. Always use an email when you sign up, and then put your cell phone later for your 2FA. So always use an email and then use a cell phone for the 2FA, guys. Okay? That's how we do, man. So a bottom is basically where, you know, you have so much money into a cryptocurrency that, you know, it's just not going to sell. It's kind of like dead money. It's just sitting in there. It's just the bottom, right? So Bitcoin has about 10% of Bitcoin is lost, right, or destroyed, right? And that money is never going to come out of Bitcoin, right? That's like a normal bottom. On top of that bottom, you have all the miners and all the Bitcoin they own and all the money that they put into it, and that's never going to go anywhere because they've already created that bottom where Bitcoin has a bottom number, right? Meaning that the most, even if everyone around got rid of all their Bitcoin, Bitcoin's complete bottom is about $12,000 to $15,000. Okay, that's the bottom. That's the bottom. A floor, okay? I don't use KuCoin anymore. It's too expensive, bro. And this has more coins, and they have, I mean, way more coins, way more leverage, bro. I was getting a 10x on KuCoin, right? And I was doubling my bag every 14 days on KuCoin because I was only going to get a 10x. Everybody for a year was like, yo, VC, you would make 10 times the money if you were using these other products that have 20, 30, 40, 50x. This thing has 100x on almost every damn coin, bro. I make in one trade more in one trade this week than I made in 4 trades on KuCoin. This is a game changer, guys. Game changer, guys. All right, let's get back to business. Game changer. All right. Hey, Super 7, what up, Super 7? Is this the trade you're doing? Yeah, that's the trade I'm doing right now. I'm doing a Cardano short, right? We're watching the pullback on Cardano. How do you withdraw? You do the same way every exchange, man. Just like KuCoin, you just send it over to whatever wallet. You can send it to. I withdraw through Crypto.com. So I send my money to Crypto.com, and then I cash out through Crypto.com, guys. Very easy for me, man. Very easy. What is that? Caspera, thanks for the follow. Anomaly, thanks for the follow. And what's a floor mean? So the floor basically is where during the current movement or everything that's happening right now. So the floor is basically looking at the price that right now the current market thinks is a fair value or a good price where they're like, yo, that's how low it's going to go in the current market. So that's what we're looking at right now. It's kind of like where the floor is, right? So Bitcoin has a floor, and Bitcoin's floor has gone from the 17,000 to 22,000, right? And how do you know that that's the floor? That's because the derivative market, which basically controls all the futures markets and all the markets, the biggest derivative markets in crypto, put $300 to $700 million into Bitcoin at $22,000 and $24,000 to basically solidify that. At that time, nobody was shorting Bitcoin, nobody was longing Bitcoin. Everybody just thought that Bitcoin at 22,000 or 20,000 was just a fair price. So there was no floor, there was no bottom. That was the floor. That was basically saying, hey, everyone thinks Bitcoin's 20 grand. It could go to 15, which is what? 25%, no big deal. It could go up to 25, no big deal. But then back to 20. It's not making enough moves to where people were excited about it, right? So that's the floor. 20,000, that's the floor. So the derivative markets put all their money at 22,000 because that's the floor, right? So currently, if everyone got out of Bitcoin right now and got out of this rally, it would go back to the floor, which is 22, 24, 25,000. The floor moves up as people buy, right? The floor moves up because as you continue to go, people who are buying at that level, who are buying at 20,000, we got a green moon. That's what I was looking for. All right, so right now, guys, you see here, we got a green moon, right? We got a green moon. The RSI is starting to bend. We're starting to pick up momentum here. So this is a good change here. So the next thing that I need here is I need my 1 minute to have a green trend, which I do. All right, break a structure, break a structure. We finally are in this little green zone. We had a push. We retested, and this is a good sign that we're going to be looking to break out. There's some positive volume. Here's a weak low, and we're starting to work our way back up here. So we're starting to see that Cardano is starting to make its little bounce move, but these could be all based on limit buys and limit orders. So what I need here is a 3 minute trend to go green, and then we would go into a position where we would start looking long here. And looks like what we're getting. Look at this volume that we're picking up here, right? So we're going to let this pull back a little bit before we get into our new entry. And that's going to be the ideal, right? So right now with this push and this pullback, I look at my RSI. See, the problem here, right, is trading with the RSIs. We trade with the 15 minute, the 5. The 5 minutes at the top, so we're going to see some type of pullback. But now we got a green moon on the 5, so now we know our momentum is completely shifting. And now when I go here, notice on my 15-minute RSI, you see it's bottomed right here? Who is that? Who am I talking to? Christine, you see this bottom of your RSI starting to retest? This is the retest starting to move up. We slow down to the 30. The 30 is starting to move up. This is all starting the reversal momentum, right? So now we have this type movement here. And the reason why is, remember I told you earlier, go back to the video, I said, listen, we have to look at the 1 hour. If we get a reversal where it bounces, this is showing a reversal here that we're going to start moving in the other direction here. So what I need to do here is now go to my long there, right? And I should have took those profits at that 25, 30, 40% because that's all I needed to get into the position that I want to get into, right? Which now I didn't get any of those gains, right? And that's just because I'm talking to you guys instead of trading, right? So I didn't get any of the gains. I had a 45% gain there. I didn't get that. But that would have been another $2 increasing my bag by literally 20, 30%. So what we're going to do here is we're going to allow this movement that we're starting to see manifest. So I should have already took profits here. I should have already been in a good position. But and then what we would be doing here before we re-enter, we'd be waiting for this momentum here. So this 5 minute, you see this RSI in the 5 minute? So we're going to let the 5 minute RSI come back down or at least bounce. So here's the first push. We're going to look for a pullback. And then if everything starts to line up, then we'll be looking to go into a long position once we get confirmation that we have a 5 minute trend, right? So we need a 5 minute trend. So before a 5 minute trend, you need a 3 minute trend, right? We still haven't got a 3 minute trend here, right? You see this? We still don't have a green 3 minute trend. So we can't go into a long position here until that happens, right? So there's a good possibility that this could pull back down, right? Because we still have the 3 minute RSI needs to come down. The 5 minute RSI needs to pull back. And until all that happens, we can't consider going into a long position. But what we do know is we're heading in that direction. Okay, we're heading in that direction, but now we have to be patient. The reason why you guys lose so many trades is because you see this change, right? When this isn't a bad situation, like to be honest with you, like right here, we had this 5 minute pullback. We didn't hit the 200 moving average, which is right here. We are in a buy zone, break of structure. We had support resistance that we previous supports literally right here, which we hit right here. We had support. So we have support across here, which it hit. Here's the break of structure right here, right? Break of market structure right here, right there. So we retouched the break of market structure 3 times, right? So this isn't a bad entry right here because we tapped it 1, 2, 3 times, and now it looks like we're moving in a real good direction. This isn't a bad trade to jump and cost average buy, right? Because it does look like we have our full momentum change, and the 15 and the 30 are at the bottom. So not only are the 15 turning up and the 30 minute is turning up, this is all looking like we're going to have a reversal here. Plus, the only reason I would make this decision is that when I go to the 15 minute, you can see that our volume, look at our volume. Our volume is starting to re-peak, right? Our volume is starting to re-peak. So I'm going to allow this little volume push where all the buys came in. These are limit buys, limit orders, right? So all the limit buys came in. It spiked it up. I don't want to buy on this candle going up, guys. Here's another mistake you make. You buy as soon as you start to see this spike, right? How many of you guys were thinking about buying Cardano, right? Buying early. You buy the spike, and then the candle comes all the way down, right? So when you guys join, guys, when you get in the academy, the trading academy, right, you get all these indicators and the videos on how to do settings, how to use them. Plus, you can come trade live with me, guys. So right now we're doing a big, like a TikTok special, right? So we have an academy, right? We're very successful. I'll show you guys right here. This is the Discord. I want to keep watching this trade. I'm gonna come back. So right here, This is all the people that are in the academy, right? This is what they do. 34% wins, right? 300. This is the Cardano trade that I called out yesterday. Look at this. Look at this. 318%. That's, you triple your bag. Triple your bag, guys. Who wants to learn? Guys, if it costs $500 to learn how to make 300% on one trade in a day, is it worth it? Is it worth it? You guys trade all the time. Hucky me. You guys trade all the time. You guys put money in the market. How many times did you guys lose $500? How many times have you made 300% profit? Literally, there's a 7-day window of learning. It takes about 7 days to understand. It takes 7 days to get, yelled at when you start going back to bad habits. And then it takes 7 days to realize that you should just do what the academy says, right? And then the next 7 days, you start to execute. That's what I'm talking about. So it takes 7 days to learn, and then you make a shitload of money. And then what do? You go back to doing what you did before you joined, and then you start breaking even or losing money, and then I yell at you, and then you go back to the system for 7 more days, and then you figure out that maybe you should just follow the damn system, and then 7 days after that, you master the system, and then you start going on your journey. So it takes about 30 days for you to get out of your bad habits, your bad decisions, your FOMO, and all the dumb shit that you do. Right? And that's what we do. We yell at you. Nothing but information, educational. Everybody's learning here. They're just like you, just started, been trading for a year, been trading for 2 years, been breaking even, learning how to trade. All right. More shorts. But more importantly, guys, we hold you accountable for your trades, right? If we're holding you accountable for your trades, right, then what happens is you stop doing stupid trades, right? And you start getting into good trades, right? You start making decisions that are better for you so that you can be better, right? And then we help you, man. We work with you to make the best trades possible for you so that you can be better at what you do. That's what it's all about. So if you want to see like consistent gains, people learning to win, things that happen, man, it just goes on and on for you, man. You can get consistent gains. You just have to understand what it means. Stop over trading. Make better trades. All right. Is most of the learning and teaching happening in live trades with you? I mean, the reason why I go live on TikTok is so that I can teach and educate you live, because a lot of times when I'm in the Discord, I do a lot of education and teaching, but sometimes people can't get on. So I try to go live to basically help other people out to get them set up to where they're successful. So this way we can do more trading. So right now, if you guys wanted to get more interactive, if you're in the academy, you can go to the Discord and join into the live trade, right? So right here, you guys can see there's a live trade, right? Dylan's in the live trade. So we can join that live trade and you can talk to me right here and we can go over what mistakes are happening or what you don't understand. And then I also, where you guys, I see everyone's posting in here things that are happening. I go through here and I basically make videos on everything or mistakes that you guys are making. Every time you post your trades, I go look at the trades And then when you're doing bad trades, I fix the trades that you're doing bad and show you videos of what you did wrong so that you can understand what you're missing. That's what I'm talking about. Right? So, I mean, you're not going to get these type. Look at this 1,000% gain on ETH. Look at this 100x, $10,000, 1,000x. Look at this 1,000% right there. Yeah, I mean the copy trading, guys. The copy trading is real simple. So as we move through the academy, I'm going to get to the point where I do copy trading in MEXC. I'm going to set it up where you guys can do copy trading in there. But yeah, you can follow along, and it's more important to learn how to trade so that way you can do this for the rest of your life. This is what this was for, man. It's for freedom, man. There's never been better to make this money. And this crypto money is going to disappear in the next year, man. Eventually, every crypto is going to come out. It's going to have an average price of $2 to $10. And you're going to be like, damn, I remember when I was buying it for a penny. Those days are going to disappear, guys. This is where you want to get serious about your financial freedom. You want to make money, right? If you paid $1,000 to learn how to make 100,000, was it worth it? Of course. Right? That's an easy question. If you paid $1,000, look at this, Jazzy. Oh my God! If you paid $1,000 to learn how to make $50,000, would it be worth it? So how does a beginner start learning incorrectly in the Discord? Right? So it's full structure, right? So everything here. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second here. Hello? What? Yeah, what time? 3:30? All right. What are you doing? Where's that? Yeah, more than likely. Where's your friend at? Are they Naperville or where they at? Elgin? What kind of people are you hanging around with at Elgin? Oh, yeah, I know. Alright. Say hi to all my 7-Eleven people. Today? You're not taking your brother? Oh my God. Which water park? You're leaving him right now an hour early? You're terrible. You want me to drop him off or what? Alright. Well, I love you, man. I'm glad you feel better. Yeah, it was probably the food, man. Just be careful what you're eating out there in Chicago. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'll pick him up. Love you. Bye. All right, so where were we here? So I joined Parabolic's Discord for 3 months and didn't learn shit. Oh my God. Did you say you joined Parabolic's Discord, bro? Come on, man. Listen, I apologize for everybody for 2 years ago, for even spending any time. Does that guy, listen, does he still have a Discord? Does Parabolic still have a Discord? Does he still have a Discord? How long did you join, bro? How long ago did you guys join that shit? Is he still online, guys? Is that dude? He's terrible at what he does, bro. He's the worst. Is he still online? Do you still see? Is he still on live? Is he still on TikTok, guys? He's terrible, man. He's the worst. That guy can't make a call to save his life. He was in my guys. Listen, about 2 years ago, I was helping that guy out, right? And he came into my Discord, stole a bunch of stuff I had, started selling it to people, and then when he couldn't use my calls anymore, he was telling everyone that he's selling his Discord on TikTok all the time. And he's over there, took all my calls, and then when he stopped taking my calls, he started telling everyone that, you know, the market was going to go crazy, Bitcoin's going to go up, and I said, no, Bitcoin's going down. Dude, I got messages from people that lost their houses because of him. I got people that lost their homes, lost their houses. He's terrible, man. Oh my God. I don't even know why you guys even follow that bum. That guy's a bum. All right. Terrible. Anyway, okay, I'm missing my trades. So let's get in here, man. All right. So we're starting to get our momentum. Like I said, we got our bottom here. Here's our 5 minute. We got our moon. Here's a good momentum. The 5 minute RSI is at the top. We're going to let this resettle down here. And then we're going to re-enter and we're going to go back into our long positions. Now, the reason why we could have got in earlier down here, like I was saying, is that we had our break of market structure down here that we tapped 3 times. That gives you a good idea. And we still have the moving average down here that we might come back and touch. But overall, it looks like a good little spot. Now, what I want to show you guys is, you know, as these start to move up, there's always slight pullbacks on the RSIs. The difference is, the problem is that our 15 minute was bottomed out and our 30 minute was bottomed out, which would have been the time for us to really get into some long positions and kind of like you jumping the gun a little bit. But I want to stay consistent, right? I want to stay consistent in the decisions that we make. So I want to basically say, okay, we're just going to wait for our setup to happen, right? Which is 3 minute RSI resetting, coming back down, giving us a nice little decision. And then once everything starts to fill in, right? Now the problem is we still don't have a 3 minute green trend, right? So I can't really push a long position here because I'm not seeing where we're getting into a position where we have our let me reset this real quick. We're not getting our RSI yet, guys. So we're gonna wait here. And I need my RSI to reset. Now, I should have got out of my trade here. I'm going to let this slide right here. I'm not worried about it because it's a smaller trade. But we should have took those profits at the 40%. This is why I'm always yelling at you guys to take profits. But right now, we're waiting for this to give us a volume peak, which we're getting right here. And more importantly, a green trend, right, on the 3 minute. So once we get a 3 minute green trend, then we know that we're working our way back up. But what we're going to do here is we're going to hold this in. The reason I'm not closing my short right now is because I'm expecting a pullback here off the 3 minute trend, somewhere to come back down. And another thing that you guys miss, right? Take a look here. A very important indicator is this 200 moving average. You guys see this yellow line? This yellow line here is a 200 moving average. And right here it bends up. Right there it starts to bend up. Look at that bend right there. Right there. Look at that bend right there. Look at that. That is showing that there is so much volume that the 200 moving average is starting to push up, right? Now, we're holding this short because I don't want to sell on a pump. I want to sell at least to see if we're going to get a pullback or maybe even continue the pullback because we don't have our green trend right. We don't have our green trend yet. And we have the 2 hour RSI still bending down and we have the 1 hour RSI still going down. So there's still room for this to kind of like have its movements towards the bottom before this completely resets. But with all this volume and everything that this has, you know, everything that this has, it still looks like we're just going to, you know, probably go sideways here and then go back on that run to the 51 cents. Okay, so we're still looking good. You know, I should have took profits on that 40+%. This is why I say when you guys hit that 40% mark, hit your stop losses, take your profits because everything moves quickly. Berkeley, dude, Berkeley, I'm telling you guys, if my Discord is a million times better than Parabolics will ever be. Okay, that the guy teaches nothing. He's never right about shit. It's terrible. Yeah, there's steps, bro. So when you go to our Discord, once you learn, so when you join, so in the well, let me get in here, man. Let me get into let me get in here and grab the Discord. We got people in the Discord right now. Let me slide over. I'm gonna jump in here. Kigi, what up, man? I don't see your mic is muted, Kigi. How you doing? Now, there is structure set up in here, guys, when you kind of like set around. Let me hit this right here. Boom. Blue, there we go. Kigi, you hear me? Kigi.
Hello.
What's going on, Kiki? So right here, guys, in the Discord, we do have the structure set up. When you join the Academy, guys, everything is set up here very simple. Trade tracking. These trade tracking are trades in the Academy that we do. And then I track the trades to see how they win, what's their percentages, what they look like when they win, what they look like when they get less percentages or more, so that you guys can start understanding that how to trade a higher leverage trade. And then the Academy has all the simple things. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, Step 4, trade examples, literally how trades are done, all the things that you need. And we have the live Discord where you can come in here, talk to me, jump in here like Kigi is. And then you have your market cap, your student workshop, your VIP chat. I mean, it's pretty much laid out here, man. It's pretty simple here, right? But yeah, you can't beat it, man. Like I said, guys, if you're going to spend, I guarantee you guys are going to lose $500 in the market, and you've already done all that. If you want to learn how to get yourself in a position to win, you need to get yourself somewhere that people have a very simple system that you can use and follow, right? And we're always upgrading the system and working with, we're always working on the system, making everything better, because what I do is interact with the people that have the Academy. So when you spend $500 or $1,000 and you enroll, right? What you're enrolling is into an academy where it's like a college. You're getting into a college situation where I'm going to check your exams. I'm going to check your homework. I'm going to check your test results. I'm going to put tests out there. You're in an academy. That's why it's called the Academy. You're not buying a system and everyone's like, good luck on it, bro. Right? This is $1,000 that you're putting into the future of your retirement, right? You know, you expect results, right? That's why we go in here. This is what we work for. We work to make you better so that you can be better, right? So I take a lot of time working with people and figuring out what they're doing, because I give a shit, and I want you guys to, you know, come back and be like, yo, I learned a shitload, right? I mean, there's so many people that learned. I mean, dude, advanced traders that have been in all other Discords, and literally when they come in here, they just do so much better, because I keep it at the very simple. I keep the basics, right? The basics is where we strive and we get better, man. That's what it's all about. What's up, Rich? And I think the rich man. What up, rich man? Your mic's muted, dog. How you doing, bro? And you know, we spend all the time really working with you guys on getting you better as far as like learning everything, right? So it just takes time to get rid of your bad decisions, right? And once we get rid of your bad decisions, then we can get to winning, and then make better decisions, and you become a better winner. This is an academy, bro. This is college. This is trading college, right? That's what this is all about. You don't get these continuous wins on here without understanding you have to work on that. What up, Rich?
How's it going, bro?
Bro, okay, so Richmond now is probably like, there's nobody that's going to come in and be more wet behind the ears than Rich. Right, Rich?
That's for sure.
So Rich came in here. Rich didn't know shit. He's like, I don't even know how to get on crypto. So Rich has learned how to get a wallet, start a wallet, find a wallet. He's like literally, he is the beginning of crypto. And I seen the other day, like, I mean, he, you know, it's learning, it's understanding everything. It's just kind of digging in. So that's where, you know, it just takes time, man. So Rich, I seen the other day, I seen you hit this big ass trade, man. So I was like, you know, I was like,
Yeah, I saw your acknowledgement. It was a good one. I got lucky.
yeah, you're getting better, man. How do you feel, man? You just been in your little journey. I mean, you're coming from like scratch, right? You're coming from, man, don't know a damn thing, and now trying to get into crypto. So how's your journey, man?
As far as I'm concerned, it feels great. I'm learning a lot. You can see I'm moving in and out of trades now, so I'm getting used to it. And I look forward to the day that I can trade like you or some of the other guys I see on here that are constantly hitting.
I mean, I mean, 285%. I mean, that's on a 20 fucking X. I'm always yelling at you guys. Now, what was that trade? Was that a 2-hour moon? Was that a like what was the trade? Like what was, you know what I'm saying? Cuz you know how, like, so what I'm doing now is I'm kind of like solidifying a situation where